Hi all, so I hope everyone is well. Had a few minutes today, so I decided to make a new video. So this is my 6 millimeter, mostly Bacchus Russian army for 1812 and after. So the majority of the figures here are from Bacchus. The wagons too from Bacchus. I think the only thing from Adler are the generals. So there's the Tsar Alexander figure, and here is just any random Russian commander. I just love the Adler, excuse me, the Adler commander figures. I think they're beautiful figures. I have the before the Adler stopped producing figures, I bought the Russian pack, the Prussian pack, the French pack, and I believe the Austrian pack too. So I primarily do this period now in 10 millimeter. These were just packs that I had in the box, and I figured, you know what I'm going to do? I figured I had some time last week, so I said, let me try and get the boxes empty a bit and get this stuff done. So there's the Russians, a little close up on the figures themselves. The box, the mat, of course, is the cigar box battle mats, which is beautiful. And these villages here, I think, go well for 6 millimeter. These are the 2 or 3, I think 3 millimeter terrain by Total Battle Miniatures, and you see it kind of fits right into the road there. So those are the Russian villages. Unfortunately, I don't like the European villages that they make. I like but these Russian villages work, so I painted them a little bit generic so they can maybe work for Europe as well. It's interesting, Bacchus do now a range of teeny tiny terrain. I bought a set, the European village. Unfortunately, it seemed just a little too small for me to go with 6 millimeter. I know 6 millimeter, we're looking like, maybe, each one of these is a division here. So, you're looking at, that the houses should be rather small, but I just think that the 2 millimeter is just looks a little bit too out of place than this 3 millimeter. So this is what I'm using from Total Battle. And then if I do each one of these as like a brigade, I could use the slightly bigger big battalions range from Total Battle Miniatures. So there's the army from 1812. Another issue I've constantly had with Bacchus figures and 6 millimeters. How do I base them? So these are the original way I had based them, and I based all my 7 Years' War like this. Don't look too close because this is all the panoramic view with these. If you look too close to see all the issues. But I based them like this, and then just for some reason I didn't like the empty space, so I moved to these kinds of like the Flame of War small bases. Fit a whole bunch, and then now I can kind of do formations with these too. But I'm not sure I want to play games where I can do formations. I want to play big battles also. So I figure, okay, well, I can use one of these 4 here and be a battalion, or even a brigade if I needed it. So it would be equivalent to this. But which one? I'm just wondering if you could tell me in the comments, which one do you find aesthetically more pleasing? That's really what I'm going for. It's not rules, it's just which one looks better. So just a question for everybody, if you can let me know. These trees are from I think it's something like Monster Miniatures. They're really bushes, but in 6 millimeter, and I have some 3 millimeter also. I like them. I think they look, you get a bigger view of the army size. So again, I'm still painting some cavalry for this. Again, just randomly said I'm going to pick a bunch of stuff out of the box and I'm going to paint it. And, even though I'm doing 1809 and in 10 millimeter, some Russians in 10 millimeter, I said, you know what, let me just get these guys on the done, off the box and empty the box a little. So eventually, I say when it's about 50% done, I can make other orders for stuff, which, that's motivates everything. So let me know which one of these bases you like better. Maybe, these would be the equivalent brigade. So which one you like better. And yeah, just the figures. I'll show them again. There's the Tsar. I'm particularly happy with this. And the Adler commanders, they just You know, they're a little bigger than the Bacchus figures, you can see, but the Adler commanders are just unbelievable. You know, just there's the, you know, you got the, I had to paint the Tsar, you know, but you know, I love the Bacchus figures, but just the Adler commanders are so much better than the Bacchus commanders. Just you know, the infantry, the Adler infantry are a pain, and you can't even get the Napoleonics anymore. But the Adler infantry are a pain to bathe, and I'm just working with them. I found it was just such a, you know, the Bacchus are a pleasure when you're dealing with that. I also made an order for some 3D printed Napoleonics. I think it's called Turner Miniatures. So I'm waiting for those. It's taken a long time for them to be delivered, but hopefully sooner than later. So at some point I'll try to add a video with how they compare. They look amazing online, but how they compare. So let me, you know, going a little long here. So let me know about the bases. And yeah, just wanted to give a slight, you know, these Bacchus, the wagons, you know, they come with the wheels. Everything's kind of almost molded on. You just had to put that chassis on there. But I mean, they're just so I love the way these wagons look, and you know, the figures, you know, the Bacchus, all the flags are Bacchus. So that's it. Just wanted to give you a view of the army. Try not to shake the phone too much. And again, I'm going to try to make more videos. It's hard, just with life intercedes, and you know, my quality is not great. You know, hey, you gotta cut me some slack. It's just a guy here with an iPhone shooting, but in trying to contribute something for all the amazing videos I saw online. I've seen online how they inspire me. I said, you know, let me get something up there of what I've been doing. So there you go. But I'll try to make more videos. It's going to be tough. Check out my blog. I'll try to link that in the description. The Lost Volta Gear. I'm going to be putting up more and more pictures of my stuff. It's just easier to update the blog. And that's it. Hope everybody is well, and hope you all enjoyed.